He fired me over khakis. After 26 years of keeping the company afloat through recessions, takeovers, and the CEO's midlife crisis, I got fired for breaking dress code. The CEO's son said it with a grin, tapping the HR letter like it was a game show buzzer. He wore sneakers worth more than my monthly mortgage. I remember the way he leaned back, legs crossed, pretending this was business. "It's not personal," he said, but the shake in his voice told me otherwise. It was very personal. I had embarrassed him in front of the client 2 weeks earlier. Corrected his numbers mid-meeting. Saved the deal, actually. But sons like him don't care for correction. They crave control. Hook 1. But what if firing the wrong person could bring down an entire empire? He thought he'd taken mine. When I joined the company, his father, Richard, still ran it. Back then, deals were sealed with a handshake, and loyalty meant something. He used to call me his safety net. I knew every system, every client, every secret buried under polished reports. I built the pipelines that fed their empire. Then the son took over. Jason, MBA from somewhere expensive. No spine from anywhere real. He inherited the title, not the skill. He brought slides instead of plans and words like disruption and innovation while pushing out talent with his ego. The betrayal wasn't sudden. It dripped one choice at a time. The raises that never came. The meetings I was no longer invited to. The mistaken emails that showed projects I'd started now credited to others. Then finally, the HR trap about my unprofessional clothes. Khakis, that was my crime. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I simply nodded, took the letter, and walked out. Calm, steady, silent. Because while Jason was busy growing his ego, I had built something else. Access. 26 years of system design meant I knew the company's veins. Every contract passed through my software, every renewal, every payment, every client touchpoint. I had built it, locked it, and kept it running. I never used it until that day. That night, I logged in for the last time. My login still worked for 48 hours after firing, a window wide enough for someone who knew where to look. I didn't wreck anything. I didn't delete. That would have been small. I simply paused every client email, every auto bill, every data link, all waiting for Jason's okay. Then I sent one final email from my personal account. Effective immediately, I will no longer represent the company. Any client needing help can reach me directly at my new consulting address. I hit send at 11:59 p.m. Hook 2. Want to know how one quiet email made clients choose me over $1 million company? The next morning, the largest client, worth 42% of yearly income, called the office. They didn't ask for Jason. They didn't ask for Richard. They asked for me. When the receptionist said I was gone, they went quiet for 8 seconds. Then they said, "Then neither are we." By noon, 3 more clients followed. By 3 p.m., the office was chaos. Emails flying, calls unanswered, Jason pacing glass halls with sweat staining his designer shirt. The silence that followed was almost sweet. The kind that hums between shock and collapse. The kind measured not in words, but in emergency meetings. I didn't cheer. I watched from afar. I knew the system still ran barely, but the trust was gone. The clients didn't want the platform. They wanted me. The one who had solved their problems for decades. The one who knew their systems, their pain, their history. Within 72 hours, my inbox was full. Offers, contracts, retainers. I started my own consulting firm. Small, picky, free. Meanwhile, the company announced temporary changes. Jason vanished from LinkedIn for a month. When he returned, his title was Strategic Advisor, which means kicked out in business talk. A week later, I got a call. Unknown number, his voice weak. "You set me up," he said. "No," I replied. "You fired your foundation." He tried to sound mad, but underneath was fear. He finally saw what he'd lost. Not a worker, not a helper, the base. Before hanging up, I gave him the respect his father once gave me. Truth. "You wanted control, Jason. Congratulations. You've got it. All yours now." Click. Now every morning I walk into my own office, small, quiet, mine. The khakis hang behind the door like a trophy, a reminder. Sometimes when I see the company's name in the news, stock falling, new CEO fixing mistakes, I smile. Revenge didn't need a fight. It needed planning and a pair of khakis.